In this video, what we're going to be doing is working on our third person knifing. So currently, whenever we go to knife, out the way the zombies real quick, as you can see, I'm knifing on the client, but the server can't see it, and vice versa, except the knife attaches to the hand on the server. So we're going to start resolving this in this video. The first thing we want to look at is let's go to our knife.cpp and knife.h. Go to our knife.h first. And if you recall, we set up a montage for, all of our firearms. So we had one for first person, one for third person, and whether or not you were locally controlled dictated which montage would play. Because obviously a first person player, assuming you have just the basic first person arms set up, they don't have a third person mesh visible to them. They just have their first person arms. So we play the animation on that mesh, and the opposite for the third person. But we only have one montage, which is only for our first person knife or our first person arms. So we want to make that for our third person. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this uProperty section here for our knife montage, copy and paste it, and we're going to rename it. So I'm going to name it the same that I do for our weapons. So that is third person montage. Third person montage. And I also want to actually rename, just to keep it consistent, we have FPS arms montage. I want to rename FPS knife montage to FPS arms montage. Saw that here. The other problem. I'm going to go ahead and start the compile and close down my editor. If I can. There we go. So the other problem is when we perform our on knife on the client, go through, we do, the usual check. If we're the server, we directly call the multicast. Let me recompile again. And if we are not the server, we make a call to the server that then calls the multicast. So inside the multicast, we do the usual local player check, make sure we're not it, but we're playing the first person montage. We want to play the third person montage. In our multicast, we're going to replace all the FPS arms montage with our third person montage, where we get the animation instance of a mesh. We're getting the first person mesh, we want to get the third person, so that's just simply get mesh, and that'll get it for us. So now that should make the third person animation montage play whenever we knife as well. The only problem is we have a basic control variable here called bCanAttack, and that prevents us from spamming the knife. Currently, our if-else statement is outside of that. Let me just remove the comments. We have it outside of that. So what we want to do is we actually want to put this inside of our if statement. So if we can attack, then run the multicast or the server RPC as well. So that'll prevent spamming. So if we press B while we're already, we spam our knife key while we're knifing, while it might only knife once in the first person and then wait until it's ready to knife again to perform the second knife, it'll be spamming the animation for the third person mesh, well, just for the other clients. So that should really prevent that. Now we got the good old freeze. Let's wait for this. There, oh, almost. There we go. So now here's our montage, am underscore third person underscore knife montage. We want to set that up. So let's go to weapons, knife, default, blueprint knife. The editor, and that should actually be nothing at the moment, but we need to reset it. So our FPS arms montage is am underscore FPS arms underscore knife attack. Third person montage is am underscore TP underscore knife montage. So compile and save, and let's see what happens. Hopefully it works. My luck it won't though. Alright, we knife, Yeah, perfect. So I feel like I am missing something. Ah, back to our multicast. We're just, from our animation instance, we're just jumping right to a section. We're not actually playing anything. So we're going to do anim instance montage play. We're going to play the third person montage. And then we will jump to the corresponding section. My bad. Wait for it to finish compiling, and then we got the good old extremely long load time for Unreal Engine. Due to whatever, I really don't know what the actual issue is. I've Googled the error logs and all that kind of stuff, and no one seems to have really much of an answer. And what I'm referring to is all the red that comes up in the output log. Now let's try it. There we have our knife, and I'm spamming it, and it is not spamming, so that is good. So let me see if the combo works. Yes, it does. So it is playing both animations. So we'll have the swing, the first swing and then the second swing will be different, like so. So yeah, that's all playing correctly. That's what we want. Now let's look on the server. Knife. Okay, weird issue with the knife. It is now back and attached to his. I have a hunch I know what the issue is. I'll say that for another video. But as you can see, the knife gets attached back on the. Actually, there was nothing there for it to really attach to, but. Oh, son of a zump! What the heck? As you can see, he just grabs it and puts it right back. So those for triggering our animation notifies. But anyways, we now have our third person, our knife set up essentially. Now, I'm going to end the video here, but the only thing we're going to end up fixing would be regarding to the server. So if I look at this guy, watch the server knife, uh, it only works after the first knife attack. If you look at it initially, you can see here the knife's on his back, whereas the knife on this guy is nowhere to be found. It's probably hidden. So that's something we're going to have to fix. But I'll say that for the next one, and I'm going to end it here to keep it short. So we now have our pretty much our knife system in place, and it's working, as well as our little knife combo, and it's replicated. So as usual, if you want to support me, a link to my Patreon's in the description, and if you have any questions or just need assistance, anything really regarding game development, you can join my Discord server. The link is in the description as well. And either I or someone else in there will try to help you out and figure out what's going on. So, as usual, I will see you in the next video.